Hearing loss is one of those hidden disabilities. It's hard for a hearing impaired person to explain their hearing loss to someone who has normal hearing. Every type of hearing loss is different as to how it can affect that person. When I was little, I would notice that people would change when I would tell them that I have a hearing loss. I would really struggle to tell them. When I was little and we'd go to the DVD store to return a DVD, I'd be absolutely terrified to get out the car. I'd always think, well, what if I had to speak to someone and would I be able to hear them? Mum's told me that I wasn't turning when she'd make some sounds. When I go back and have a look at some of the videos that Pop recorded of me when I was really little, sometimes I wouldn't turn when they would call my name. I was a really floppy baby and I didn't walk till I was 2.5. I definitely had a lot of physical delays. So when I was about 3, I had a really big fall on my head. My mum took me to the doctors and I was diagnosed with congenital hypertonia, which is particularly low muscle tone.
How long does it take to walk to work in the morning?
Probably about 15 to 20 minutes. When I was 4, I got the firm diagnosis of having permanent hearing loss and I was referred to Australian Hearing. It was really hard for Mum. All of my family have normal hearing and I guess she had no idea what it would be like having a child with a hearing loss. I think every parent definitely goes through a stage of denial and my mum wasn't any different.
My name's Jessica. I'll be doing the hearing test today. If you have a seat here.
Now I'm an audiology intern and I see parents' concerns firsthand.
There we go. We've got a nice mountain in that left ear.
They definitely have so many questions for me when they notice that I'm an audiologist who is hearing impaired.
Okay, and how's your hearing going now?
Good at school, but before I had the grommets it was hard.
They always ask, what's my child going to be like growing up? What are they going to be able to do for work? How is their social life going to be? Are they going to be able to move out of home? They have so many questions for me. When I was a teenager, I always wondered how I was going to meet someone. As you get older and everyone starts to go clubbing and those sorts of things, and I never wanted to do that. You know, I can't hear conversations in really noisy places. I guess I was always scared that I would never meet anyone and never have a boyfriend. I've done so much pretending, trying to be into conversations. Sometimes I'll just zone out because it's just too noisy for me to listen to everyone. You know, a joke has been said and I just haven't got what the joke was or not got the punchline, and I'll just laugh along as though I have understood the joke. It's just not worth it to get someone to repeat themselves, and if they do, sometimes I can't understand what they're saying still.
Hey, honey. How you doing?
Good. Growing up, you know, I never thought I'd be able to move out of home or have a boyfriend, and now I have actually moved out of home and I do have a boyfriend, and it's just amazing. I think it's really great that I've met Callan, and I'm sure it can be a burden at times when he has to repeat a lot of things to me. For example, different sounds that I don't know what they are, like a neighbour putting a bin out.
You going to put them in order or are you just going to check them?
I'm putting them in order.
Alright.
My boyfriend means the world to me. It's just amazing to have someone who really knows me and who understands me.
And then we'll dress up as all horses and nose and then just screw them in or bob them in.
Up until recently, I still didn't want to have a hearing loss, but now I've actually accepted that I have a hearing loss and I know that it will be with me for the rest of my life. I guess I've accepted it now, knowing that I have achieved so much and I haven't been limited by what I've wanted to do in my life. You know, I've moved out of home, I've got a great job, I've got a partner, and I've finished uni, I've done my masters. Even without normal hearing, I've achieved everything I've wanted to do.